Okay, we're back. We're back for episode number 4 of our trading recap. Let me load trading view. So, as following from the past 3 episodes, we're trading 2 accounts currently. One is funded with FXify and one is in verification phase, which is phase 2 with FTMO, both for 100k. So I'll start with the FXify funded. From episode 1 and 2, we were down. We were down to $67. When I filmed episode 1, we were down $57. And so since then, we've been trading, taking some good trades, and we're now up to $500. So we're building the account slowly, taking trades only when we need to, not trying to overtrade. And for me, this has been by taking, A setups and usually one trade a day. So for today, while I took another trade, which is right here. So we did sell on gold. We sold on gold after we sold on gold, and I think it was in episode 3. We sold on gold, and today I saw this setup for a reversal. For a reversal on a 15-minute time frame, and so I used the supply and demand analysis, which I can just do again to say, gold was in an uptrend. Higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, higher high and higher low. Now it makes a lower low, comes down, make an equal high, which, that could be a double top. If it's a double top, you go down. If it's not a double top, whatever. And then makes almost an equal low, but makes a low a little high, then makes a real low. Now this is what I was interested in, because this low took out this low took out this zone right here. So that got me interested, so that means we're in a downtrend now, potentially, or in a downtrend. It's going down. So if I take these off, so it took that, and right here we can see 2 setups for supply and demand. And we can say, we made this high, made this low, made a not so equal high, and then took out that low. So in this case, we're now in a reversal, and we can, mark out our zones where we think, price would come and retest. So we can mark out that zone, and price came back and retested that zone and took us out. So this could be the first setup. But what I want to do is, when I see a breakout change of trend in the 50-minute, I like to go to 5-minute to refine the entry. So if you go now to 5-minute to refine this entry, we can see that, instead of taking an entry right down here, we could have taken this entry from this candle. So that's the candle before the aggressive sell. So this could have been the first trade. We would have been clocked in either here or here, and stop just and take it back to that point, and that's 1 to 2.8. you can, mark a 1, 2, 3. That would have still been valid, but I did not see, well, not that I did not see it. When this setup was happening, I was at work, so I wasn't looking at my phone to see what was going on. But when I got the chance to look at my phone, it was when this new low that took out the previous one. We could have entered for this setup, but we missed it. So what happened then is I saw this low get taken out, which is a trade that I took today. So let's take out this one. So looking at my phone today, I saw this low get taken out. Then I say, okay, now we're in a downtrend. We've taken out this low, there's a break of structure here. So I went and marked up my liquidity. I don't know if that's what it's called. But when I took out this low, then I went and looked for my demand zone. Initially, I thought this was going to be the demand zone, the candle before, the candle before the aggressive sell. And, that would have worked, but I also saw, there's this zone up here. And tip number 2, if you are confused between two supply or demand zones, take the higher one. Take the higher one. That's what I told myself today, because I've had this happen to me when I would choose the lower supply or demand zone, and then price will move up to the higher one and kick me out. So tip number 2, take the higher demand zone always, or the oldest one. So I took the demand zone now to that candle. I think it was 25-minute frame, time frame, yes. And when I put marked my supply zone right there, and I did a sell limit order. Usually I like to enter my trades aggressively, and aggressive means you get at the beginning of the zone and then put your stop, just above the zone. I like aggressive entries because I don't have time to wait for close of candle or conservative. I like to go in aggressive. Tap me in or not. So I wanted to go aggressive, but since I have my account was very small, I did not want to go in aggressive. I decided to bring my limit order right at the close or opening of these candles right here. That way it'll reduce my losses. I reduce my stop loss amount. And I think I went for, let me show you the same order that I did. It was a sell, and I had it here. There we go, for 0.2, and my stop loss was about $29, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe 27. It might have been 27 or 29, one of them. So yeah, because if you were here, that would have been $30, but so I saved some money putting my stop loss on here, and also using 0.02 size lots, and I had my stop loss, and I brought my stop loss down here because I was looking back into the charts. Let's put it on 15-minute. I was looking back into the charts, and I saw this zone. This was the area that I thought price would come into, simply because sellers were coming in from here, and when it's from here that liquidity, not liquidity, the aggressive move from here, created a really bullish candle. I thought of taking this candle falls as my stop loss, but I later decided on this mini area of resistance, which might later turn into support. So I used that area then, and so I dragged it down for $100 and something dollars, and then I also set an alarm right here so that I would know when I get entered into the trade. So I had my alarm set right there, and that is 48.47. So if I check my notifications for a log, there is it at 12:58, almost at 1 p.m. I got the trigger at 48.47, which was right there where the alarm was. An alert, sorry, not alarm. And so price went back to the zone, the pre-zone. It cleared the first zone I was wanting, and then went to the second zone, and then we got entered on this candle at 12:55, and 12:55 to 1:45. So in about 40-50 minutes, I was in and out of this trade, and I did not realize because I was still at work. So when I got a chance to look at my phone, I saw that we got into the trade, but for some reason I thought I got clicked out. I got stopped out. It was when I looked at the bottom of the chart on my phone, and I realized, oh no, I got I hit take profit and just at the right time, and got taken out. So that was a trade that I took on my FTMO, on my FXify funded account, which I'm slowly growing. And if I go to my order history right here, we can see the trade. Let's go to failed, and we can see the trade. Okay, this is a trade right here, $161. How much is on this? Oh, anyways, so this is a trade for $161, and we entered at update time. It's just what, 12:20. So we made $161 for today, the 21st, at about noon, and with 0.02 lots, and our take profit was at 47.65, which is right about there, 47.65. Yeah, so that was where we hit our take profit, and we closed at $161.28. And now our account is up to $500 from $67. We were almost breaching this account. And so as you can see, we've taken when was this? On the 20th, we took a $69 profit. Still on that 20th, we took a $27 loss, and 21st, we took a $234 profit and $161 profit. So we're slowly building the account, and it's going slowly. The 200 and profit was from, I think we had a buy somewhere. It's on episode 2 or episode 3. That's where it is. So that is it for our FXify trade recap for today. And if we go into our FTMO, we go into our FTMO. I was looking at, I also took a trade today, mainly because I did not want to skip a trading day. So if I log into my I'm not gonna see that. Oh, it's already logged in into my FTMO challenge account. We're in the verification step. We already passed the challenge. We're now to the verifications. So just to make sure that we have 2 trading days. Now we have 2 trading days because I don't want to miss any day of trading. I want to get the account passed easily, very quickly. Trying to make sure that by the end of the month we should have this verification completed, which is $5,000 is what is required to pass the challenge. So so just to have a second trading day, I did not take this setup on my FTMO. So when I came back from work, I didn't want to lose a trading day, so I said, okay, let me look for something that I can potentially look into. And I saw on Euro JPY another demand and supply setup. Currently it's in a downtrend on the 5-minute time frame. So I saw this. I saw where was draw arrow. Give me an arrow. So I saw the zone. How do you draw on here? I do not know how to use. Anyways, I saw this break of structure right here on Euro J from a downtrend. So first of all, I identify my trend. No, it's a downtrend, and then I marked my low. And then when I saw the break of structure on this low, I went and looked for my supply zone, which would be on the candle before the aggressive sell. So I marked the zone. I marked the zone, and then I wanted to go for before I was putting my sell limit order on this trade. The price was already around here. So before I could, and with here it's pretty, the setup is pissing me off. So before I went to pending order, sell limit, and then the price, and then the price I had to use this to find the price, and and then find a entry, stop loss, and then take profit. I wanted my take profit to be down here, and also the lot that I was going to use. All of this before I could get all of this set up. The price already tapped my zone, so I decided to change it then to market execution, and we got into the trade. I think it was on this red candle right here when I got into that trade, and then I had my stop loss just above the zone and the take profit down here. There we go. And then it kind of went in our favor a little bit, and then this candle closed. But since I never wanted to trade today, I just wanted to have a sign in to say another trading day. I started shifting my stop loss down up onto this point, and then after this candle closed, the next green candle just kicked me out because I was just wanted to have a trade day. So if you go to our history, we lost $97 on this mini move with volume of 5. So that's why we have a second trading day on FTMO. So that's it. And now that I'm here, we can find a reversal trend, to say we were in a downtrend. It was in a downtrend. It made a low, made a lower high, made a lower low. Now it made a higher, and then it went. It's supposed to make a lower high, but then it made, and then this is not a low high. Instead, made a higher high, a higher low, you know, and then it's going. So now we can see that we've taken out, using supply and demand, we've taken out this high, and in this case, if I were to take a trade on here, after taking out that high, we're now, potentially in an uptrend. Using my supply and demand setup, I would say, okay, we've taken out this high, and we can, let me do this on trading view. MetaTrader is tough on my side. Let me do this analysis on trading view. This is EuroJ. Okay, my Forex pairs, I do EuroJ. EuroJPY. There we go. Okay, let's do the analysis on EuroJPY. So let's take this off, take you off, take you off. Okay, so as you can see, we were in a downtrend, making higher lows and lower lows. At this point right here, when we made this low, lower high, lower low, we sort of invalidated this lower high and made a lower low. Now it's a higher high, higher low. Now it's going to another higher high. So we're now in and potentially reversing to an uptrend. So when we invalidate this structure right here, I'll call this break of structure for a down, for the bearish trend. After identifying the break of structure, now this is reversal anyways. So we identify the break of structure. Now we just mark our supply demand zone, which would be the candle before the aggressive buy movements, and this would be our demand zone. And if I want to take this trade now, we can target back to the top of the upward trend, or we can just mark this zone here where we know our sellers are available at. So we can see that sellers, whenever we get here, sellers push it down, buyers take, sellers push it down, buyers go, sellers push it down, buyers go, sellers push, buyers go, sellers push all the way down. So we know that sellers are here. So this would be a resistance area. So if I were to take this trade, I would just, mark up my demand zone and my break of structure, and then put my aggressive entry on there. Aggressive entry right there, and stop below the zone. Now mine is a little down below the zone because I know that with and just right there, that's 123.9. That's a good ratio. I know that for example, if you want to do a buy limit, you can see that the spread is about, it's 16 to 15 right now. So, with gold, I can have my stop just below the low, a little closer. But with currency pairs, I like to give the room for the spread, or so let's do a 3.5, 3.7. So this would be the setup that I would, if I'm taking this trade. Stop loss right there, 32, and take profit for $119. that would be my setup for this trade if I were to take it. And then what I like using is alerts. So I'll create an alert and then put it just below my entry so that I know if the alert gets triggered, I know I've been entered into the trade. So can I log in? Should I log in this trade? Let's go to positions. So we can log in this trade and see if the reversal trend, holds. Buy. So yeah, that is the recap for today on the trade that we took on gold, and also the mini loss that we took on FTMO just to register a trading day. In this scenario now, let's see, I can, if I make a setup for here, I can do a limit, a buy limit, as a buy limit order, to say we want let's go 15 for the volume, and the entry price is at 184,922. And we want our stop loss to be somewhere here, which is 184,890. There we go. And our take profit to be somewhere here where sellers are at, which is 185,171. And then we can enter the trade. There we go. And we can enter the trade. Oh, that stop loss is wrong. What's the stop loss right now? It's we're risking 300, but it's supposed to be here. Now we're risking $697, almost $700 for what's our take profit? 2,300. So 7 times 3 is 21, 23. So that's a 1 to 3 risk to reward. So that's good. Yeah, that works for me. I like those odds. Put it right there. Now it's 2-4. So I like these odds. So we're in on these two trades on both accounts. Let's see how it goes on our next trade recap. You just saw me do an analysis and entered trades on both accounts live. So, well, not live, I mean on record. So we'll see. It's just a 1 to 3.7. So we'll see how this trade does, if it goes our way or not. But again, in tip number 3, focus on one pair. I like trading gold. So when I go into Forex pairs, it rubs me off the wrong way. I like gold. So I've been trying to discipline myself to stick to trading only gold, which in hindsight I might have to cancel these buy limit orders on Euro JPY. but I think we've taken our one trade for the day. We'll see you guys on episode 5. Signing out.